We are happy to welcome Kawhi into the show.
What up?
What's up?
Kawhi, you returned to the floor, hit 24 points in 25 minutes. What did you want to give your team tonight? James Harden said you were out there and you were just special.
I just wanted to play both ends like I do every night. Just, whatever minutes I got, I just wanted to make it count and be aggressive throughout the whole minute restriction. So that's what I did tonight. Shots fell for me. We got out in transition. Got some big defensive stops early.
Kawhi, congrats, big win. Question, you guys started the season 6-21. What do you think has the turnaround been like, and what do you guys think caused that?
Just us getting in the flow and rhythm. Coach is doing a great job of keeping us level-headed. Everybody in the locker room, we got veterans here, and, we just started off competing. We just wanted to compete first. It's our job to go out there and play basketball and compete at a high level, and that's what we hung our hats on early, and, the win started to come.
Kawhi, Steve Nash, great to see you back on the floor. Congrats on the win. From a coaching perspective, as you guys have turned your season around, what's the main point of emphasis every day in all your film sessions and meetings?
Just spacing, like everything else that comes to winning. Spacing, knowing our matchups, knowing our defensive principles each and every night, coming in, playing harder, running fast. It's the same formula to winning. Everybody knows how to win. You just got to put in the work on the floor. And, sometimes it comes out with a loss, but most of the times it's a win.
Kawhi, you did here, man. Way to ball out tonight. Congrats on the win. We noticed down the stretch, it was getting close towards the end and you were over there and then you came back in. Was that one of those situations where, because of your minute restrictions, you weren't sure if you were going to go back in depending on how the game went, but you had to end up going back in and finish?
Nah, I think I knew I had about like 3 minutes left. So, the whole time, like, when are y'all going to put me back in the game? So,
we were too.
3 minutes, got on the clock. It started going down. So I walked up to T. Lou, and then he drew a timeout, and then he checked me back in the game.
Kawhi, what's up, man? It's Blake. Congrats on the win. This stretch, you've been great offensively. James has been great offensively this year, but I think defensively, you guys have sort of turned it up a notch. Just talk to me about you guys' mindset going into each game defensively.
Oh, yeah. Earlier on, our transition defense was terrible. I don't know where we rank now, but it seems like we're getting a better effort of just getting back, getting loose balls, 50-50 balls, and then we're coming in with a mindset of trying to stop them. When we get stops, we could get out in transition on the offensive end and get easy baskets.
Kawhi, we were just talking about how incredible it is to watch you out there this season. You have 20-plus points in 23 consecutive games. That's the longest streak of your career and the second longest active streak in the NBA. What feels different to you this year?
Just being more aggressive. Like you guys said, we was in a hole early, 6 and I don't think 21 or whatever it was at the time. So, this year just about being aggressive. And every time I get the ball, previous seasons we're better. You share the ball, you moving it. They still got to do the same thing, but I just being more aggressive, shooting more threes, just trying to evolve my game.
Hey, Big Zoo has been great in this stretch also. He almost had a 20-20 game. What does the big fella mean to you guys?
It means a lot. Like you said, he's a great rebounder. He's our rim protector. He can score the ball in the post, and when he's going, the games are easier for a lot of us because they got a double team. He kicks it out. We get wide open shots or easy layups, and when he's playing at a high level, he just makes us a better team.
Thanks so much for joining us, Kawhi. Pleasure to have you. Congrats on the... Wow, your hand takes up half the screen when you just did that. Thanks for joining us. Big win.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
I love that. Being aggressive, it's certainly showing for Kawhi, Dirk.
Yeah, there's one thing to be aggressive, but you also got to make those shots. You got to get to your spots. You got to execute. And I just feel like he's been in a great rhythm these last few weeks. Making shots. He's making his 3-ball. He's, 45% from 3 over the stretch. So that obviously opens up everything else. Then he can get to both ways, get to his mid-range, get to his pull-ups, get to the basket with his long steps and his reach. So I feel like I mentioned at halftime, he's playing on all 3 levels right now at a high level.
One thing that I just like sort of goes unnoticed is his handle. I mean, I know we always talk about he's got these big hands, but he is able to navigate through traffic, rise up, get to his shot, and that allows him to just sort of operate how
Get
he
wherever
wants.
he wants,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's pretty amazing. I mean, he's not really somebody we talk about a lot that with a great handle.
Did you notice what he said there about in the years past, he kind of moved the ball more, and now he's got to be more aggressive? I think that's talking about the changes they've made on their team. You know, losing Norman Powell, turning this
Paul
offense
George.
over, Paul George, all the different guys throughout the years, trying to get at some of these kids, Kobe Sanders, these guys coming into the team, trying to find a rhythm. They didn't play early in the year, but you can see tonight they need their youth.
Mm-hmm.
They need them on loose balls, defensive transition, another body to switch offensively. So, some of these young guys have been really important for them, but it does put a little more pressure on him to be aggressive offensively.
And he talked about spacing. I think spacing is critical for a guy like Kawhi who can get to his spots and do so many things with the basketball. If you don't have the proper spacing, there's no way he's going to be efficient and effective like he's been. So I think that's something they've definitely worked on as well.
And they also shoot a three ball better in the stretch, which also helps to stretch the defense and get in the seam. So that always helps shoot the three ball well.
Yeah, Steve, you hit it. I mean, the young guys are like those are like the margin creators. We talked about that in the green room watching the game. The Lakers in the first half, they didn't have margin creators. They didn't have deflections. They didn't have steals. They didn't have offensive rebounds. And then they got going a little bit, and they got that, and then they started doing that. But I think those two young guys for the Clippers, that's what they do, right? They can score the ball. They can knock down shots, but they bring an energy that, was sort of lacking for the Clippers.
To your point, they had to knock down shots to do that. And you shouldn't have to knock down shots to defend and play hard and do all the energy, effort, rebounding, all that stuff that comes in it. You give up 64 points in the first half, and then you come back and give up 48.
Mm-hmm.
That's a huge difference. That's a huge difference.
But to your comment about youth, can the Lakers sustain that type of effort? Right, like they played so hard there for a stretch coming back into the game. Can they do that for 48 minutes? They don't have a bunch of young guys out there flying around. It's a bunch of older guys. They got intelligence, they got positional size, but can they maintain that type of effort night in and night out?
I think for teams like that, it's setting the tone early. Just like if you're not a necessarily good defensive team with great defenders, you have to trick yourself into it, right? So you're like, all right, hey, first 5 minutes or till the first time out, we have to fly around. We have to do all these things. Have to communicate. We saw those mistakes in the first half where it was just a lack of communication, right? I'm low. You got to get the corner. All that stuff is so important.
Old school. Punch your pistols and talk yourself
UD's
into
ready
the
to go
spot.
play right
I'm at the
now.
nail. I'm low, man. Old school, man.
Yeah, I mean, they lead the league in uncontested shots. So that's obviously not a great stat for you. Once you move them a little bit, there's wide open shooters. And so they need to do a better job of scrambling, use their size, get out the shooters, and keep people in front at the point of attack. I mean, that's where it all breaks down. Then they get in rotation. And that's just trouble for the Lakers. So they need to be better from the beginning, more energy about their defense. They were almost down 20 in Denver, fought all the way back. That's not a recipe for a good team to keep winning if you always battle back from behind.
Waste a lot of energy.
I'm Taylor Rooks with NBA on Prime. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to see interviews with your favorite players, experience the most exciting moments from around the league, and see what the NBA on Prime crew is up to all season long. And remember, you can hang out with us live each week during the NBA season, only on Prime.